Football is a Football is a journey full of twists and turns, where each player writes their own story on the pitch. Some bloom early, while others need more time, and perhaps a bit of luck, to find their way. It's within this context that Darwin Núñez enters the spotlight, the Uruguayan striker whose time at Liverpool has been marked by ups and downs, but also by undeniable potential that still awaits full expression. In 2025, with transfer market talks heating up behind the scenes, fate may be preparing to offer the young forward a second chance to shine. And the stage for this new chapter might be none other than the iconic Newcastle United, under the visionary leadership of Eddie Howe. Just picture it, a manager who knows how to get the best out of underrated talent, combined with a club hungry for glory, and a player with enough flair to light up any stadium. Could this be the turning point in Núñez's career? The current narrative centres on Liverpool's relentless search for a new central striker, a role Núñez enthusiastically filled when he first arrived in 2022. At the time, Reds fans were ecstatic, dreaming of the possibilities of seeing the young Uruguayan leading the line with his explosive and unpredictable style. However, time has shown that not all dreams come true. Despite flashes of brilliance and some memorable individual moments, Núñez simply hasn't managed to establish himself as the star many hoped he would become. Now, with Liverpool reportedly eyeing Newcastle's Alexander Isak, Núñez's future hangs in the balance. The question is, does the Uruguayan deserve a second chance, or is his Premier League journey destined to be remembered only as unfulfilled promise? Meanwhile, Newcastle are also on the hunt for attacking reinforcements, determined to find the right man to lead their ambitious project. The Magpies, long striving to recapture former glories, are focused on building a squad capable of competing with the Premier League's heavyweights. Benjamin Sesko, the Slovenian jewel from RB Leipzig, had been considered their main target, but rumours now suggest Manchester United could swoop in and derail the Geordies' plans. With time ticking, perhaps Newcastle need to reassess their options. What if the answer is closer than they think? What if Darwin Núñez, the so-called misfit, is actually the missing piece of the puzzle? Don Hutchison, a former Liverpool player and self-proclaimed Newcastle supporter, sees potential where others see failure. To him, Núñez is not a lost cause, but someone who simply needs the right environment to flourish. Sometimes the shirt can weigh too heavily. You can be a brilliant player and still not fit certain clubs. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Liverpool, those are places with immense pressure. But at a club like Newcastle, with Eddie Howe at the helm, he could thrive. Hutchison believes Núñez possesses all the tools to become a massive success as long as he's supported correctly. He cites examples of players who failed to deliver at European giants but reinvented themselves elsewhere, proving that talent was never the issue, context was. The idea of Núñez pulling on the black and white shirt of Newcastle is, at the very least, intriguing. Think about it, an emotional, explosive striker brimming with energy who can turn any match into a one-man show. With Eddie Howe's high-intensity, creative and team-oriented playing style, Núñez could finally find the freedom he needs to unlock his full potential. Moreover, Newcastle offers something few clubs can, a fiercely passionate and loyal fan base who would embrace Núñez as one of their own. It wouldn't be surprising to see the Uruguayan quickly becoming a cult hero among the Geordies, especially if he starts scoring key goals and helping the team climb the table. Just imagine the chants ringing out at St James's Park, the fans belting out his name as he charges down the pitch, ready to change the game with a decisive strike. It sounds like something straight out of a football film, but in this sport, anything is possible. But what about Liverpool? The Anfield club would not hesitate to let go of Núñez if it meant bringing in Isak as his replacement. The Reds are prepared to spend big to secure a top-class forward, and Isak, with his elegance and efficiency, seems like the perfect fit. However, including Núñez as part of the deal could be a win-win for all parties. For Liverpool, it would be a way to recoup part of their investment in the Uruguayan. For Newcastle, it would mean landing a uniquely skilled player without having to break the bank. And for Núñez, it would be the perfect opportunity to prove he still has plenty to offer English football. Such a move could be the beginning of both personal and professional redemption, showing that sometimes all it takes is a change of scenery for things to finally fall into place. While a move to Saudi Arabia might be a real possibility for Núñez, that path is unlikely to match the excitement of remaining in the Premier League. After all, who wouldn't want to see the Uruguayan once again facing the fiercest challenges in English football? This time in a new kit with a renewed mindset. The Premier League is relentless, but it's also the perfect proving ground for a player like Núñez to rediscover his love for the game. And if he truly adapts to Eddie Howe's system, the results could be thrilling. Picture Núñez sprinting down the flank, skipping past defenders with sheer pace and finishing with precision to clinch vital goals. Every match could become another chance to remind the world of what he's truly capable of. Eddie Howe, known for working wonders with players in need of a rebirth, would be the ideal mentor for Núñez. The English manager has a strong track record of turning doubted players into confident stars. He knows how to build an environment where footballers can grow without being crushed by expectations. For Núñez, that could be exactly what's needed to rebuild his confidence and rediscover the joy of playing. Because football isn't just about technical skill, it's about passion, connection, and the drive to overcome adversity. Under Howe's guidance, Núñez could learn to channel his emotions more effectively and become a more consistent and clinical striker.
Should this transfer materialize, it could mark the start of a fascinating new chapter in Darwin Núñez's career. For Newcastle, it would be a bold move, but one filled with promise. For Liverpool, it would be a smart resolution to a tricky situation. And for football fans everywhere, it would be a gripping tale of resilience and redemption. At the end of the day, football is about stories, and Núñez's story is far from over. Who knows, perhaps 2025 will be the year he finally finds his place in the sun, proving that sometimes all you need is to be in the right place at the right time for everything to change. It's also worth noting that Newcastle are at a pivotal moment in their history. After years of frustration and financial struggles, the club now boasts fresh resources and renewed ambition thanks to their new ownership. This means the Magpies are ready to invest in players who can elevate the team to new heights. Núñez, with his youth and raw talent, could be just the type of signing Newcastle need to make a qualitative leap. He would bring not only technical ability, but also a winning mindset that could inspire his teammates. The combination of a player hungry for success and a club determined to achieve greatness could be explosive. On the flip side, the risks involved shouldn't be ignored. Núñez has already faced criticism and doubts over his ability to adapt to English football. If he fails to fit in at Newcastle, it could be seen as a setback for both player and club. Yet football is a game full of uncertainties, and that's exactly what makes it so captivating. The possibility of seeing an underestimated player become an unlikely hero is what keeps fans glued to their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in the story. Ultimately, the potential move of Darwin Núñez to Newcastle represents far more than a standard player transfer. It's a chance for both the player and the club to rewrite their narratives and chase new horizons. For Núñez, it would be the perfect opportunity to prove that he still belongs in English football. For Newcastle, it would be a statement of ambition, bringing in a high-caliber player to strengthen their Premier League campaign. And for the fans, it would be one more reason to believe that football is a game full of magic and possibility. Whatever the outcome, one thing's for sure: the coming months promise to be thrilling.